Shalom. First off, I want to start us up by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. All praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrews Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect on the brother Tazabah, Lord will, with another video to edify in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's 2024, 48 minutes into the year, and the spirit, right, like the Apostle Tar, just the year of destruction, and this year has been titled to the spirit, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And I was talking to brothers today, and I was telling them, I was like, usually what happens is we put out this excessive vibe to what we think 2024 is going to be like, what we thought 2022 was going to be like 2023, and it was it's still Lord willing, right? But it was like a Lord willing, hopefully it's coming. It might be a little distant, but this is the beginning of it. And the spirit and the tone of this year, right, at the end of this year was more so of, oh yeah, it's going to happen. Lord willing, it happens sooner than later, but it's going to happen, right? Right? Because we look at the prophecies, the things that are going around us, and we see things connecting in the spirit. So this is what we see in the spirit. And the spirit moves brothers to say things, and the tone in which brothers have been saying it has been on a different level. And now the Apostle Tahari put the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Right? And with that comes a few things. And there's probably going to be a part 2 on this lesson, but I wanted to hit on the first part because Esau, right? Everything that you see that's been going on in the world, all this shit gears towards you. When they're talking about these layoffs, Jake is the main one that's going to get hit. When they're talking about these laws and regulations, Jake is the main one that's going to get hit. I mean, shit, if you have an LLC, all these Jake that made it their priority to get an LLC and get some financial freedom. Well, now Esau came up with a whole new system where you got to register your LLC the correct way or face fines or even imprisonment because they think you're money laundering. So you could lose everything overnight. So all these chicks that put their money in their faith in the bag and get in the bag and all that shit. Well, this could be very well be the year of your trouble. Because right when you started fucking getting some money, Esau changed the rules and made it so fucking harsh where now you got to spend excess money to make sure somebody files the shit correctly for you. And a lot of these Jake businesses, they don't earn enough to do those things. So they're about to lose their businesses. They're about to get excessive fines, and they're going to face jail time for a perceived money laundering scheme. And this is where we at right now. I want to touch on this. Get some precepts, but it says shares of dollar and global reserves nosedive. It says the U.S. dollar share of global central banks reserves has continued to decrease, nosediving to 59.2% in the third quarter of 2023, according to the latest data released by the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. The decline comes amid the de-dollarization trend gaining momentum across the globe. So when Esau starts throwing down and you Jake that all bite into him, this is your time of your trouble. And he's going to come down on you. All this shit comes down on Jake. When you're talking about the service industry, there's a reason why the scripture says Jacob a homeborn son. All right, let me get this. Homeborn. This is Jeremiah 2:14, is Israel a servant? Right? And that's exactly what Jacob's been boiled down into in this kingdom. Right? We've been put in a fucking position of just being servants. So when they talk about any type of collapse in the dollar, the first industry that takes a hit is service. And that's all fucking Jake does. Even these fucking celebrities, to some point, their money dives into service. It says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Right? Now, I want to get into the time of Jacob's struggle. I want to hit on that. Because things are going to get. And I was telling a dude that came up to the camp yesterday, I was preaching. Someone straight up, hey, whether or not you believe it or not, and this is what I've been saying, whether or not you want to believe it or not, your life is going to be governed by the scriptures heavily in these times. And 2024 ain't going to be nice here. Right? This is Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that is found written in the book. Right? That's that time of Jacob's trouble, when the hell that's going to be here is going to outshine the hells of Egypt. Right? The hell of slavery. The time that's going to be is going to overshine the hell of slavery. You don't know, man. Jeremiah 30:7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? None is like it. No day, no fucking amount of hell that we as a people, right, in any age, under any captivity have ever gone through, this time is going to fucking outshine it. Right? Those dreams that brothers used to put out and make videos on to give men the understanding, like, yo, this that time is going to be serious. I can recount some of the dreams I had. Right? I had one a while back when I detailed it, how it was brothers, we was all, and it was a bunch of Jake that just came to listen, came to actually graft onto the word. They wanted to really get into this thing. They wanted to come, learn, listen, and Esau was down the way. You had some Edomites with hoods and shit, and they had weapons and everything, and they saw us worshiping down the way, and they sat there and took an eye out of this, and they started coming. So me and another brother went to stand in the way before them, and we was like a mini army. It wasn't a bunch of us fighting, but we was like a mini army protecting the sheep. And at a certain point, the Gad that was in the crowd, their spirit came back in him, right? And Esau had some axes, and he tried to throw one at Gad. He caught the shit in the air, caught another one, threw it back, went by somebody, slid his shit with the axe, threw it at another person. Like, the Lord is gonna do some shit in these days. Right? The Lord is gonna do some shit in these days. And it's a beautiful time to be alive. Right? Because even though it's the time of Jacob's trouble, the Lord said what? He shall be saved out of it, meaning the elect. Us that have taken the message of the Lord serious, the Lord is gonna make a way for us to get out of this shit. Right? Because remember in the book of Revelation, it tells you Esau's gonna come down. Let's get that great wrath. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Right? So Esau sees. He understands what brothers are saying. The books is open before the firmament. He's getting exposed on all levels. He knows that his shit is about to run run short. He knows that it's his time to shine. It's almost over. And just like Edomites do in the world, and at least in sports, I always play with Edomites like that. As soon as you started in football, right? You try to chop somebody's legs down. That's like the most disrespectful, fucking vicious thing you could do. As soon as you start fucking overmastering Esau in anything, he starts to chop your ass down. Now he tries to do all these low blows, low cuts and shit. Well, that's what when Esau comes down with great wrath, that's what we're gonna see. Right? He's been outed, he's been talked about by everybody, even the small hatters. So now, hey, Lord will, we in the days where a lot of niggas is gonna get put to death, and it's gonna be deserved. Right? Let me get this. This is right. This is Jeremiah 18:18. It says, "Then said they, Come and let us devise devices against Jeremiah, for the law shall not perish from the priest, nor the counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet. Come and let us smite him with the tongue, and let us give heed. Let us not give heed to any of his words." And this is what Jacob done. Right? We brought up the scriptures. Many niggas done popped up. Yeah, it's recent niggas. Your Charleston Whites too. Your celebrity niggas. Right? And Jacob tried to smite brothers with their tongues, talking shit, putting brothers down. Some brothers out. I've heard the stories about what's happened with the head brothers and niggas that call themselves Israelites, trying to ruin brothers' personal lives. Right? Well, these niggas do these things. Right? Verse 19, it says, "Give heed to me, O Yahweh, and hearken to my voice. And hearken to the voice of them that contend with me. Shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged a pit for my soul. Remember that I stood before thee to speak good for them, and to turn away thy wrath from them." Right? And that's what brothers are standing here for. This isn't a message of us trying to just get a fucking W over niggas. Nah. Right? We want the Lord to turn away his wrath from the righteous. It says, "Therefore deliver up their children to the famine, and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of children, and be widows, and let their men be put to death, let their young men be slain by the sword in battle." It says, "Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring the troops suddenly upon them. They have digged a pit to take me, and hit snares for my feet." And the Lord is about to bring Esau suddenly upon you niggas, man. So Lord will this be the year. Lord will this be the year. Lord willing, this is the edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shem, Shalom.